stream hack, which I will be casting the as one of the community casters for the open bracket day 1. So twitch.tv/JackTackTV. Make sure you follow me. And we've got spawning in the top section of Dusk Towers. It's the Blue Protoss. Team Ascension. Apocalypse.
And his opponent. Down here in the bottom spawn on Dusk Towers. Playing in green, we have...
My Insanity. PengWin.
That is a good mindset.
Yeah, Apocalypse saying true things in chat. PengWin also responds with truth. And he says that the mindset is less than 4, though. Having a mindset less than 4, that is pretty low. I mean, it's not, less than 1, which is, it's quite, that's like Idra levels. But
it depends.
Less than 4. I mean, I was hoping for a less than 10, Like, that's pretty good.
Well, if it's a percentage scale,
that's a good point.
If it's like 1 to 5, it's a pretty common scale. Less than 4 could.
I
think
like
3.9 recurring could be all right.
All right, so the question becomes, where is good? Because he said it's a good mindset, and then he described it as less than 4. So we're probably working with a 5 to 7 scale at this point. 7, a little bit more significant. You can get a little bit more accurate data when polling out of 7 compared to 5. That is a true statistical fact. Yeah. It's Jack of fact. Don't check it. It's real.
If it's less than 4, but pretty close to 4, then it's approaching that perfect 5 out of 7 score. Getting the memes up in here, but yeah.
Ooh, look at this.
Slightly aggressive opening.
12 lengths.
12 lengths. Oh yeah, he's already got 4 out. Crikey, that's fairly heavy commitment.
I mean, this Zealot's going to be in position. I don't think they'll be able to get too much done.
I was watching a stream yesterday, and he was playing very, very aggressive in all his games. So maybe something he's practicing. Now it all makes sense. The Evo chamber goes down. We're going to be seeing some Ling drops. A couple of Overlords in position. He could go into the natural, could go into the main. But Apocalypse is chroning out Adepts, so he will have 1.5, maybe 2 Adepts by the time it finishes, and the Mothership Core, which is
look at this
of any Protoss defense.
Oh, he knows exactly what's going on. It's like, you can't do anything to me. I know that you're gonna. And let's see. He's checking it. Oh, more
he sees it. Oh, that is nice.
Oh, well, the element of surprise is gone. 8 Zerglings can do a lot of damage, but I think there's going to be 2 Adepts done by the time they would get in. So
it's going to be
one other. He's got 2 in position here. He's going to try to, I think, do both at the same time, or maybe just drop where the other one is not. But pylons are a thing in Apocalypse. Going to defend with a pylon one side, 2 Adepts on the other side. Really nice call here by Apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, the Mothership Core is even ready to overcharge that, and it could just take out the Overlord.
Oh, is it going to forget? Oh, it needs to overcharge his pylon before they start dropping out. There we go.
Little bit too late there. PengWin has to commit. Yeah, the Overlord's going down. 4 Lings get out, and that is just not enough.
Attacking at the front in the meantime, though. Ooh, nicely done. Sentry going to drop that force field and be totally fine. We do have a drop coming in the back in the meantime.
Oh, this should cause that position. But yeah, the 2 Adepts are there. They're going to be taking pretty good care of those Lings.
Ling's going to be pushing at the front again. There is. Oh, they managed to sneak through here. Just off. It looks like they'll be able to kill off these sentries. The Zealot as well.
Oh, that's
relentless aggression coming through here. Pylon overcharge going to help quite a bit. There are 3 Lings left in this drop over at the top here.
Yeah,
I don't think ignoring them. I think he thinks there's nothing left in here. There they go. Going to start to drop in.
That's pretty good. I don't think so far PengWin's done enough to justify the cost here. But if he can just slow Apocalypse down, PengWin's transitioning into what looks like Mutalisk behind this, dropping 3 gases, his 3rd base, and with the lair on the way. So PengWin's pretty good with Mutas. If nothing else, he's very, very well practiced with them. And these 3 Lings have gotten very good value.
So and they get to scout too that we've got the Robo Bay, the Twilight Council, and the Robotics Facility. So no extra gas to be throwing down double Stargate right now. So he can be totally comfortable going for a Mutalisk play. Let's see if he does move towards that. Getting supply blocked a bit here.
Ooh, that's...
And...
bad.
Ooh, I know. A little drone action going on over there. And
yeah, there's the
Spire on the way. Nicely done. We have Immortals and the Adept upgrade, and the Adepts coming around. This is why a lot of Protoss players do open double Stargate, because that Immortal Zealot Adept force is very weak to Mutalisks.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, the Adepts can't shoot up. If they could, they'd be pretty good at Mutalisks, but unfortunately not. So, yeah, so far, I mean, Apocalypse actually only has 3 Stalkers for the anti-air defense, but he is going to scout this Spire pretty early on with the Warp Prism. And most likely gets to do a little bit of damage with these Adepts as well. So, unfortunately, Apocalypse kind of screws up his rally pointing there a little bit. And Adepts don't really get to do too much damage. But
that range pickup working really well for Warp Prisms.
Damage
Nicely
strong.
done.
Yeah, double Stargate comes down for Apocalypse. An excellent response to the Mutas. And, yeah, he's going to be...
Let's see, he's got about 700 gas. Not quite enough minerals, actually, but the minerals are going up fast enough where you should be able to crank out, maybe even an 8th Mutalisk here. Let's see. Nicely timed. Very nice. There's 7. Does go for that 8th. He sees that the Spire is not canceled. Not that. That's kind of it's not like a building. It's like with Protoss. Like sometimes you'll be like, oh, you're going this tech route. No, cancel. I'm going this route. It's sort of like you're building a Spire. It's like, yeah, you just want that. You're gonna want a Spire. It's great. 2 Phoenix coming out on the way. We're gonna have 9 Mutalisks on the map very shortly. A lot of this is gonna come down to micro for the time being, but really nice response by Apocalypse. I think he's gonna be able to ward off these Mutalisks.
Yeah, he should be able to. He'll have he's only going to have 2 Phoenixes, though. If PengWin can actually get the ball rolling and punish a couple of slip-ups by Apocalypse, he is going to be in a really, really good spot, because
Control's going to be very important here. He's going to be so careful with these Phoenixes. Oh, no! Getting in range there, taking a free hit.
Yeah, one Muta goes down. And now with 4 Phoenixes, it's going to be much, much more difficult to actually make anything happen with Mutas. PengWin dances forwards, but every time he gets in range, those Phoenixes can just kite back, take their shield damage, regen it, and yeah, it's not looking super hot for this.
Just taking up a straight up engagement now.
Oh, no.
Just chasing him down, finishing him off. That's it for the Mutalisk. That +1 probably not going to come into play too well here. I find it sort of unlikely that he's going to continue into this Spire tech. 8 Corruptors. Yeah, might be going for that Muta Corruptor style.
PengWin really likes his Mutas. Yeah. I mean, this Ninja base is very PengWin. I watched PengWin play a couple games on this map just yesterday, and pretty much all of his ZvPs, there was a base trade. He won by base trading, or lost by base trading. But yeah, right now, the Corruptors, he needs something that can actually shoot down, though, to deal with this terrifying Adept army on the ground, and Lings are not going to
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
This is absolutely insane.
78 army.
This Massling is not going to perform.
Yeah, no. Not enough at all.
Not at all. Oh my god. GG. Yep. GG. Sees that army rush through. Really nice defense. Team Ascension, Apocalypse. And his opponent spawning on the top left side of Ruins of Seras. Lost last game. Can he bring it out here? Will we see more drop play? It's the Green Zerg. My Insanity, PengWin.
Ruins of Seras is probably a map PengWin's pretty happy to find himself on. Nice big map. Pretty much ideal for all his favorite strategies, which are Ling Muta base trades. See, controlling a more mobile army and exploiting that advantage is exactly how he likes to play his ZvP.
Nice. And we're going to have a 2 hatch for 4 pool versus Nexus first. Both players just open up blind greed. It is something that you see, you know, relatively often enough on a map like Ruins of Saros. You've got the 4 spawn locations, excuse me, that will sort of change how often you see your opponent and how soon. You also have the large rush distances in general because of the size of the map. So you can usually get away with this kind of a thing, and both players sort of thinking the same way. Ah, yeah, he won't rush. I have to go greed. And both of them did. We do have that double gateway follow-up from Apocalypse, so very likely we're going to see some Adept play. Bit of a supply block here.
Yeah, and that Adept play could go some way to punishing PengWin's greed. Still some damage to be done with 3 hats full pool, but I guess it'll all depend on how well Peng controls his lings and queens, and actually manages to focus down the Adepts rather than letting them bounce around between bases, regenerating their shields.
Yep. And those 3 bases are going to allow the Adepts to have a little more fun, mess around a bit more. Based on the way the map is set up, sometimes it can be pretty difficult. On a map like Orbital Shipyard or Dusk Towers, I think the Adept does a little bit better. But in this map, you really have a long ground rush distance between the 3rd and the main here.
Yeah, a little bit more so. And there's those 2 Adepts.
I'm going for 2 Zealots before that. Wow. A lot of times you just stop at 1, but throwing in another Zealot there.
Maybe he's going to move out with that one. There's 2 Zealots, 2 Adepts, Mothership Core. I wonder if they're going to go all the way across the map.
Yeah, I wonder if they are.
I mean, PengWin didn't send his Overlords out to the correct base, so it could get unscouted until basically it arrives at his door, and that sounds pretty scary.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to see.
Keep it behind there.
Yeah, he is stopping at 2 Zealots, 2 Adepts, hanging out, being a little bit on the defensive side. Yeah, I think you could have got something done with this little force to take the Mothership Core with you, but not going to risk it. Playing it on the safe side. PengWin, very strong player, and Apocalypse very much aware of that. Wants to get into a nice, solid mid game. No losses, no silly losses to things early on. Look at this wall. It's like the double pylon plus these 4 units sort of form a wall.
Yeah, they pretty much do. I mean, well, to be fair, I mean it's almost a complete wall with one force field sent from a sentry in the middle of the pylons, and you actually have to run like all the way around the outside of those units and the pylons to actually get into the main base, and you'd be taking quite a lot of hits at that stage. You could do a little bit getting into the natural middle line, but by that stage the units are basically on top of you anyway. So
yeah, pretty interesting setup over here. PengWin has stopped at 39 drones for the time being to make a swell of Ling. Let's see if he continues to commit to that. There is a hole at the bottom of this wall. Yeah, there he goes. Okay. So a couple more pylons coming in. Normally you'd be like, well, there's 12 drones. All right. Normally you'd be like, it's inefficient. He's building all these extra pylons. Like, no, those are powerful and amazing and fantastic. I want all pylons as part of my wall.
The run by.
Ooh, nicely done.
That's where PengWin actually turned back like a half a second before the force field went down. I don't know whether he was anticipating it or just didn't want to overcommit. But
yeah, Mutaplay again. Warp Prism's out, so he's got the potential here for some aggression if he's interested. Nice scout over here. Going to be able to poke out a little bit. Probably not cancel it. Yeah, nicely chased out. But he gets to see the timing of the 3rd, which is really important and crucial. I think the question at this point in time, though, is this Muta transition. It's not going to get scouted. Will Apocalypse be prepared?
Yeah,
as he was last time around.
I don't think he's going to be as prepared. He's going to have to.
Well, definitely not. He had the Stargates down at this point already.
Yeah. Pretty much completed, but PengWin's got quite a few links here, just kind of running around his own base. Not sure what he's going to do with them. The Phoenix is going to come in, but it's actually going to scout the main base last, so it's going to see the Spire well off. Oh, it doesn't actually get to even do that much. It gets taken out by a Spore and Queen.
Ooh.
I I'm wondering why Penguin hasn't actually started any mutas yet, though. There we go. 12 mutas. Going to be coming out. The Phoenix is going for a scout as well. And oh, maybe that's.
I think one of the advantages too to waiting is you're sort of making sure it's like, oh, okay, he hasn't gone Stargate. This is good. As well as you can just a lot more easily just send him across the map. Be like, okay, bam, here's my swell of Mutalisks. There's also imperfect play to consider, as human beings oftentimes do. And we do have a bit of Warp Prism Harass. Will it bring the Mutas back home?
I don't think so.
Likely
Penguin has
not.
some things there. Apocalypse could find a nice position.
Ooh, it's not
quite.
going to, though. Amazing surround over here.
Very,
Bit of
good.
miss micro with that move command, but we do have the Mutas across the map now, and they should be expected. Blink is finishing up. He's been warping in a lot of Stalkers with this army, but he's totally out of position here.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Absolutely. Expecting the Mutas to come from a different angle, keeping that army out in front has totally put... excuse me, Apocalypse. It's such a
Apocalypse is just heading straight across the map. This is exactly what Penguin wants. He loves these base trades. Look at all the units streaming out of Penguin's base. He's taking next base. He actually doesn't have any drones out on the map, which could end up being a problem for him. Oh, there they are. They're actually being chased
focusing
around
down
by
the mothership core. Oh my god.
Oh, that's great.
The recall with the mothership core is so powerful in a base race situation, and even just in the short term, all these workers going down, it's all going to come down to this right here. He's chasing out these workers with the Adepts, lots of damage being dealt everywhere, and that main thing, we're talking about workers here. That's what we want to worry about. How many workers are left, and where are they?
These the only workers for Apocalypse, I'm pretty sure. There's 6. Yeah, these are the only workers.
6.
That's none now. That was fast.
All right. He's got no workers. He's got 1 Nexus. He could make another worker right now, which could extend his possibility. And Penguin jumping right on that, realizing that he doesn't have any workers. Also, you want to get your opponent revealed. A lot of drones going down, though. We do have hatcheries across the map at this point.
Yeah, this is Penguin's forte. This is the situation he loves to play. This is what got him through that open bracket on Hayat. The strength of his base trade in ZvZ in situations where he practices every single day on ladder. Other players may not encounter quite so much, and Penguin has reduced Apocalypse down to just a handful of units in the structures tab, 4 warp gates, couple pylons, and 3 tech buildings. And Penguin still has, 5 hatcheries? Apocalypse cannot kill that. He's come home to protect his last couple
sent the Lings
places,
back. Their Adepts are not in a good position. They might be able to clean this up anyway because they're Adepts, but it looks like, with that big swell Lings coming in, finishing that off, and this is beautiful position for Penguin.
A beautiful position.
A beautiful position as well. Oh, Trigonal, the jokes. Says Apocalypse,
GG.
and Penguin takes the victory.
Yeah.
Bright colors, we're going for Citrus. In the top left-hand corner of Larilat Crest, in the lemon, we have Team Ascension, Apocalypse.
And his opponent wonderfully complementing the lemon color with a hefty shade of lime. It is the Zerg player.
My Insanity, Penguin. The chat's just caught up with your beautiful.
Yeah, I've seen.
Very nicely.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And
Hatch gas pool looks like Penguin this game.
yep, a little bit more conservative. The map is a bit
It's a smaller map.
despite being a force spawn map. The rush distances are still pretty close unless you get cross. So, and no cross spawn here. So, we're gonna have Apocalypse just mining 1 gas at a time off of this. That's gonna signal expansion.
Yeah.
Very, very precise build here from Apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really interesting watching like Protoss gas timings develop more and more, because I remember when first people started thinking, oh, we can take both simulators and mine with 2 in each, and then you saw pro players start going, oh, we got 1 in one and 2 in another, and then we'll put 2 in that one, then and we'll mine 3 trips, and then we'll take it back off. And obviously they timed out this gas like to the trip in the early game, and yeah, it was just crazy to watch. Oh, he's got this many? No, let's just leave it. He got his gas figured out.
Yep, and gonna have to wait and see here. We're not going with the more powerful double gateway adept situation after the Nexus first. This time we just have a 1 gate expand. So it's gonna take a little while longer to put the pressure on, but it's definitely possible. Even 1 adept has a lot of potential, and it looks like we are opening into Stargate here.
I think that's a pretty good idea. I mean, he would have been well served by opening Stargates in both games. In game 1, obviously, he won it either way with a great scout on that spire, amongst other things. But opening Stargate against something like PengWin, I don't think it's pretty much ever going to be a mistake. Mutalists are almost certainly going to be involved in his game plan at some point, and yeah, why not get a couple of Phoenixes out?
It's so interesting too because if PengWin tends towards mutas anyway, that's sort of counter meta right now because that double Stargate, that Stargate play with Phoenixes is pretty popular at the moment. It looks though that we're gonna go for an early Oracle here, first at least. Maybe we'll see some Phoenix after that. I would be very surprised if we didn't.
Yeah,
double Oracle also sometimes you can do like double Oracle, double Adept, and get in there and really potentially get a lot of harassment done. Nice little bit of a ring run by here.
Yeah.
Adepts are available. Nice hold position micro. Gonna stop that. Oh, that's not a wall. Oh no!
Oh, not done. He sees the Stargate as well. Doesn't see what it's using because it's finished. But yeah, comes back in.
Building 10 drones right now. Nothing. Oh man, he's already got the spores up. He's ready to go.
Oh yeah. What is it? And yeah, Puppets comes in. That spore gets a couple shots off. Oh no, it's taking too much damage. Doesn't even get a single drone. Oh boy, that is bad.
Yeah, using target fire micro instead of hold position micro there really hurt him because he selected the drone that was going to take a trip back and it pulled the Oracle back in. So a bit unfortunate there. Little miss micro.
Oh well. Robo
nice
follow up.
He's getting
still
all
going
the
right.
scouting in the world
MVP's here.
Yeah, they get to say, oh yeah, no shades from this Adept. It's like, I can get him by myself. No, you should shade. No, I can do it. No, you can't. He runs through, gets to see the saturation level, and that's just about it. Oracle hanging out over. Very well spotted, by the way. These overlords are keeping tabs. They're like, I know what's going on. You can't fool me.
The only way Puppets can really get that Oracle out without PengWin seeing where it goes is to fly the Militia Core over and mass recall it out.
Yep, the super plays there. Like, what do you do? It's like, oh, you thought it was over there, but I mass recalled it back to the Nexus and then flew it all the way around to the other side. And then ran to a spore crawler.
Gets its first drone at 5 minutes 35.
Yeah, that was a big investment for not a lot of gain. Very unfortunate. And going into Void Ray here.
Whoa.
A lot more sort of solid
composition. This is interesting as well. Look at PengWin's upgrades.
Oh, yeah, I saw this recently.
Yeah.
I saw this in the GSL game. I forget who was playing, but we saw that +1 attack for both types. Sort of very strong. You go into this Ling Lurker play where it's just Lings and Lurkers. You pretty much don't use the Hydralisks at all. And we'll have to see.
This one Ling is going to be trapped. Okay, this is a complaint about stasis. What I have. This is a little bit of grind. So you're right.
I'm totally ready.
The units aren't actually in stasis. They just kind of stay still. They perform their idle animations. So look at that Ling. It's just kind of waving its mandibles about. I'm sure Blizzard, it's within their capabilities to actually freeze the unit in whatever pose it was when stasis was activated. And that'd be pretty cool. I think that's minor touch. But
man, such a concave from PengWin here. Really strong. We got the Warpins coming in for these Adepts, but
I think it's too late though.
Yeah, it's just
this
a
many
rough
Hydras
scenario.
just
I don't know.
about.
Adepts are pretty good at killing Hydralisks.
You know what? You're
They're
right.
gonna be okay.
That's not pretty good.
Oh yeah, Adepts wreck Hydralisks so badly. It is a bit insane. But they have to be all engaging the Hydralisk, not the queens to the side. PengWin.
GG.
Another victory there. Gonna take the series 2-1. I think that.
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.